Okay, this is part 2 for the Current World Issues Semester 1 final exam study session. So we have just talked about how to take notes based on the final exam study guide. Now let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of other things that you should be reviewing. Number 2 says review assignments. So make sure that you review any assignment that's been auto-graded, meaning that you got an instant result from, or projects and essays that you have worked on in this class. So again, review those. Those are very important. And then redo any low-scoring work that you should redo. So let's say you got a 50% or lower, a 60% or lower on an assignment. That means that you probably have not mastered that topic, and you will need to go back and redo it so that you can learn more about it and so that you can address any questions on the final exam about that topic. So keep that in mind. If you scored low, it means that you haven't mastered a subject or a topic, and that you're probably going to miss that on the final exam. So look for feedback from your teacher on assignments. Go back, click on the graded assignment, see if your teacher's left you any feedback on how to improve the grade. Anything that's auto-graded work, you're supposed to receive the highest grade attempted. So let's say you go back and you redo something that's auto-graded, and originally you scored a 70%, but this time you got a 60%. Well, you're supposed to get your score reverted back to the 70%. If for some reason that doesn't happen, let your teacher know. All right, any questions that you may have so far about the final exam, about this class in general, or even any other questions, feel free to contact me. I'm going to have my contact information up at the end of this review. All right, let's get right to the final exam practice. These are actual questions from the final. I know it says a sample question from the test. Yes, these are definitely on the exam. So one of the types of multiple choice that we're going to have looks like this. Question asks, or the question says, this is a fill in the blank, it says a region with clearly defined borders is called a blank region. So is it formal, perceptual, or informal? So you would need to answer either A, B, or C. And if you want to, right now pause this so that you can think about the question. I am going to show you the answer, so please make sure that you pause it if you want to try to attempt this question on your own. But a region with clearly defined borders is called a formal region, and I can't remove the answer box for some reason, so it is called a formal region. Okay, another question that will be on the test. A region that is based on people's ideas or beliefs is called a blank region. So again, pause this if you feel like you want to answer the question. Your options are formal, perceptual, or informal, and the correct answer is B, perceptual region, because it's based on someone's idea or belief about that area. So you have two answers right now to two questions on the final exam, which is fantastic. I'm not going to answer all of these, but I'm at least going to show you what is on the final and the types of questions. So there is another type of question that's an all of the above option. So this is a question, an example of such a question. So cultural groups share A, language, religion, and customs, B, ethnicity, race, and traditions, or C, all of the above. So what do cultural groups share? And again, you can use this as part of your study guide. So if you want to go back and you want to add this to your notes and find the correct answer in the correct unit, that is fantastic. I'm all for that. Okay, there's also true-false types of questions. So here is an example. The military of North Sudan is trying to drive the Nuba out of their territory by committing genocide. Is that true or is that false? So again, if you feel like you know this answer already, that's fantastic. If you want to make sure it's correct, go ahead and go to the section that talks about genocide and the Nuba in North Sudan. All right, there's also another type of question that includes a none of the above answer. So this example is the Irish were dependent on the potato because. So what is the correct answer? Is it A, the potato was easy to grow regardless of bad weather? Is that why the Irish were dependent on the potato? Or is it B, the English made them grow certain crops? Is it C, they could make a lot of money exporting them? Or is it D, none of the above? So you'll want to go back and look through the section about the Irish potato famine and see what the correct answer is as to why the Irish were dependent on the potato. Some other sample questions from the test. Feel free to look up the answers for these. The Kurds as a whole are unable to come together as a single nation, mainly because... So why are the Kurds as a whole unable to come together as a single nation? The Americans rebelled against the British because... So why did the Americans rebel against the British? So again, you will be given multiple choice answers, so you can go ahead and feel free to look up the correct answer, and then you're going to be confident that you're going to get the right answer because you've already answered this ahead of time. So what caused the Great Potato Famine of 1865? The Industrial Revolution was the time period when, so what happened during the Industrial Revolution? And as a result of the Berlin Conference, Africa was, so what happened to Africa as a result of the Berlin Conference? Again, feel free to pause this video and find the answer for these questions. All right. Again, if you have any questions about the final exam, or if you want to see other types of study sessions in this class or in other social studies classes, you can contact me here. My name again is Mrs. Gonzalez. There is my phone number, which is also a texting number. My email there is listed. Make sure that you correctly spell everything. Edna, Gonzalez, Graduation Alliance. So make sure that's all spelled correctly. And my office hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay. Thank you very much for attending. Contact me from your class if you need more help or if you want a copy of any of these slides. And if you have not, oh, sorry, this is for the live session, so you can just disregard that. So there's my contact information. Everybody, have a great day. I know you're going to do great on your final exam, especially because you have a head start. And again, contact me if you do have questions. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye, everybody.